Hello everyone, my name is Holden Hardman, this is my lovely wife Jen, and today we're continuing our journey through Tales of the Jedi. The last episode was really good. We had a little bit of disagreement between the two of us about the ideology of Count Dooku and Mace Windu and the eventual corruption that Count Dooku went through, and I think the eventual corruption of the Jedi Council as a whole. But I'm hoping we get to see some more of Count Dooku and these little breadcrumbs that lead to his eventual downfall or decision to become a member of the Sith, or follow the path of the dark side. I've been enjoying these a lot. We didn't talk a whole lot about the animation in the last one, but I guess we have talked about it here and there, but absolutely great. I love the animation of this. It looks fantastic. How are you feeling going into episode 4?
Great. Every episode I've enjoyed. Visually, it looks really beautiful, and we've touched on their ability to kind of compact a lot of content into such a short episode. I love that. I think that that's a talent. I'm enjoying kind of knowing what we know, but seeing it lead up to that. That's so much fun to play with because you can really just fill in that path however you choose. And they're doing a great job at kind of filling it in with some juicy stuff.
Yeah, well, let's go ahead and get into it. Episode 4 of Tales of the Jedi. See, look how good that looks. That looks great.
Archive memory access. Code accepted. Master Cipher DM.
Ooh.
Camino. Location deleted.
Count Dooku deleted the...
Why is it that easy?
That's that's exactly what I was thinking. You could just do that. Do you remember in episode 2, Obi-Wan is looking for the information on Camino and it's like, it wasn't in the archive? I guess that's supposed to answer that, what happened to it. Count Dooku used Master Sifo Dyas's clearance to delete it.
Qui-Gon?
Yes. It would seem he has encountered a Sith Lord.
Ooh.
Where was this encounter?
Tatooine? Yes, I think that was it.
He fought
Deep in the
Darth
outer
Maul.
rim of such an active imagination.
A quality valued less and less in these great halls.
So this is right in the middle of episode 1. Look at this Yoda-looking guy.
Cute.
Fast.
Oh, it's like a little female baby.
I encountered a highly skilled warrior, one obviously trained in the Jedi arts.
That is Liam Neeson.
It was a Sith Lord.
Yes,
Gather the Council was not eager to validate that conclusion. I've been warning them about the coming darkness for years.
See, another misstep by the Council.
There's no reason to cause undue alarm. The wisdom of the Council is to be cautious.
Yaddle is right about one thing.
Sith Lord is not to be trifled with. But I will not be there to protect you.
Obi-Wan fills that role now. He acquits himself quite well.
I should like to meet him someday.
Oh, you will.
They grow up so fast. Our students.
I must take my leave.
I recognize that place from the Clone Wars.
I used to bring Qui-Gon here as a boy.
Having been born here on Coruscant,
Planet of steel and stone.
Council is leaving for Naboo. The funeral is to be held there.
Aww.
You hold them accountable.
He did warn y'all.
Qui-Gon Jinn has become one with the Force. It is time to let him go.
And you can do this.
What choice have I?
So good.
We haven't seen the moment where Dooku actually switches sides, do we?
No. Obi-Wan discovers it in episode 2 that he's secretly. But even in episode 2, Dooku was still masking. This little baby female Yoda is gonna get herself killed. Is that Palps? It is.
gone too far. You allowed Maul to kill him.
All in service of our greater goals.
You question my loyalty?
Always.
I have done.
And I will ask more of you if we are to succeed.
I have betrayed everyone and everything I know. How many have died because of my actions?
It's gonna be a lot more.
Oh.
Yeah, you ain't gonna be able to.
Ends here.
Are you gonna take down Palpatine and Dooku?
So I have been betrayed.
I've been betrayed.
Whatever your crimes are, help me now.
Then you heard.
That does not matter. Whatever lies he's told you, whatever you have done, you can make up for it now by bringing him to justice.
She's gonna die.
The Jedi blindly serve a corrupt Senate that fails the Republic it represents.
There is still a chance to make things right.
I'm afraid
I know you are.
Oh, Dooku.
it is too late.
It's always been a crutch of some of these guys. Woo! You think you're too far gone.
Oh no.
I am on your side, Dooku. You were right about so many things. The Council should have listened.
Oh.
Qui-Gon did not have to die.
Ooh. Nice.
Running back to your council.
It is you who has run Dooku into the arms of
Into the arms of evil. Ooh.
Oh no.
Brutal.
My apprentice,
Oh my goodness.
rise.
Rise. Oh yeah, she's still good. Not dead yet. He's just gonna push her out though.
I want only to bring peace and order to the galaxy.
so many have suffered.
Let me give you peace, Master Yaddle.
Oh no. Oh.
My dude. One less Jedi to worry about. Hey, Palps. All right, just finished episode 4 of Tales of the Jedi. I am all about seeing more of Count Dooku's past and his eventual lead up to turning to the dark side here, and how the death of Qui-Gon affected him so severely enough to where just reinforced his fear of distrust of the Jedi Council, that Qui-Gon freaking warned y'all. Y'all didn't listen and he died and suffered because of that. So I love seeing that. I forget that Qui-Gon was Dooku's apprentice, and I'm so happy we get to see a little bit more of their backstory and their relationship. It also poses the question, and I've wondered this too, that if Qui-Gon had not died fighting Maul, would Qui-Gon have turned to the dark side, followed Count Dooku? I have no idea. You know, his ideologies, I mean, Qui-Gon had some trouble with the Jedi Council too, so it's not totally off base to think that he might have switched over as well. Maybe he could have fought off against Obi-Wan, because there's no way Obi-Wan would have ever turned, ever. That's one thing I love about him. He's persistent, and he would not, but Qui-Gon maybe. So that would have been a cool thing to see, maybe them two go up against each other in some alternate timeline or some other circumstances. Anyway, what did you think?
I thought it was quite good. It was a very emotional episode. You can really see the struggle with Dooku, because I do think that, you know, at that point, he really did like feel some regret to a certain extent. Obviously later on, I don't think that he had any regret, but it's nice to kind of see this side of him. where he's really like teetering, like, look what I've done, you know? He understands that. And so I think that makes for interesting viewing, because for Dooku, I really have like one kind of view of him. So kind of seeing this background on him is great. However, the one thing that I'm struggling with, and this is like consistently with every single Star Wars, is placing the timeline. It's really hard for me because I feel like we bounce back and forth between all these different Star Wars material in a short amount of time, at least for me. And so it's hard for me to remember like, okay, this has already happened, this has not happened. I mean, overall, I think it's fantastic. And I think it was definitely a highlight seeing like Dooku, you know, and what he did to that poor Jedi.
Master Yaddle.
Yeah, you know, him forming it as, let me give you some peace, is just so terrifying. And such a great moment though, because I mean, for me, that just like really just seals the deal. Like, he is not coming back. To view him murdering this Jedi who's very much like, you know, despite what you've done, join me in correcting
It's like,
this.
we can fix this. You're not too.
And he's still like, no.
I loved that, man. The same thing happened with Darth Vader in Episode 6, where Luke is like, come back to the light, like, you know, and Darth Vader's response is like, bro, I've done way too much to even consider.
I think that's one of my favorite things, is seeing the road into that, like, that tunnel, you know, to being a full-blown villain. I like seeing that progression.
Yeah.
I think it plays out really well, and they did a great job with him.
Yeah, and you know, Master Yaddle was Master Yaddle. It's hard for me to take that name seriously. Baby female Yoda was right when she was like, I don't know what you've done. You've done all these horrible things, but you can still come back. We can fix this together. And he basically had the same mentality as Darth Vader, where he's like, I've already crossed the line so much. We're starting this clone army, Sifo Dyas. I deleted the archive, like that part in the archives. I'm in it too deep, and he could have changed that. And a lot of people feel the same way in their personal life. They've done too many horrible things, and they think that they're just beyond.
What's one more?
Coming, yeah. It was like, I'm too far in. Like I can't get out now. And the truth is that even Darth Vader, who was way more in deep than Count Dooku
That's my guy, though.
By a long shot. We're talking killed trillions with a T. It's such a high number, you can't even fathom how much that is.
Everybody has their bad days, including both of them.
I mean, we're talking about decades upon decades of bad.
Okay, so
anyway.
sometimes you have really bad days.
Really bad decades. It would have been 30, you know, I don't know how many years. Well, I guess 20 years, 2 decades. Anyways, but even Darth Vader was able to come back to the light, you know, in the end, which I loved.
Yeah.
So, all that to say, I saw the similarities between Darth Vader and Dooku here. You know, we know what happens with Count Dooku later on and how far he falls, especially in the Clone Wars, the Clone Wars series, where they go even further into how bad Dooku gets.
But I love seeing this point in time where it's still like an internal struggle. He hasn't completely cross that line where he has no guilt. It's an easy choice for him. He can go up to Baby Yoda female and slaughter her without a second thought. I think that he still has those moments of pause. Even if he knows that he's going to still do what he's going to do, he still feels that. He has those emotions.
And to Baby female Yoda's credit, she admitted that we should have listened. We were wrong. And that's tough to do, especially from a position of authority and power. And the fact that she was able to do that, I wish that may have pulled on Dooku a little bit more. But I think he was just so frustrated that his apprentice had to die because of their inability to listen. It superseded that, which I understand. But you know, I'm glad that there's at least Jedi like her that's like, we made a mistake, and we should have listened and taken that more seriously. Because a lot of authority doesn't do that, no matter how bad or whatever it gets. And Dooku is under this mentality, along with a lot of the Sith, that the ends will justify the means. The Jedi are corrupt, and I have to do bad things in order to fix the corruption. So I might have to hurt some people here or do some questionable decisions here, but in the end, there will be peace and order. So the end will justify the means. And that is a dangerous philosophy to have in a situation like this.
Agree, but it's so much fun to watch.
Yeah, it's great. What great storytelling. And again, I cannot praise the animation quality of this enough. It looks absolutely fantastic. I love
Yeah.
it. I'm really enjoying these. It's filling in these little holes, not really plot holes or anything, but filling in these little holes in the series that I just would like to see or have, you know, more of a explanation for it. The missing piece in the Jedi archives was one of those. So to see Dooku go and do that was really, really cool. So I appreciate it a lot for that. Anyways, I know this is a lot. We'd love to know some of your thoughts down in the comments below, so leave us a comment down below. We'll check them out. If you enjoyed the video, leave it a like. It does help the channel out a lot. Subscribe to be notified when we post the next stuff. And don't forget, Clone Wars and Rebels are both on Patreon. We're releasing Clone Wars slowly on the main channel, but if you want to just get caught up or watch some of your favorite arcs, you can go do that right now on Patreon. They are available for you. But for now, that is it. Jen and I appreciate you watching. We'll catch you in the next video. Take care.